Hello, hello, everyone. Happy full moon in Capricorn. So, I will have timestamps in the comments after the live is over. All right, the secret code names today are Magician, Claire de Lune, like the song, okay, Sage, and Visant, which is supposedly the way you pronounce it, because the American in me wants to say Wisant, but it's Visant. It's a European buffalo. I was literally shown like this image of a bison just completely covered in ice and snow, and I was getting this feeling of Europe, and I was like, are there even buffalo in Europe? So I Googled it, and sure enough, they're called Visant, and they're extinct. They were hunted to extinction in the 20th century. So that spirit medicine is coming up for secret code name Visant. Okay. If you would like a secret code name reading of your own, because those of you who are not familiar with these events, these readings as of 2023, they will be different in 2024. All right. But as of 2023, these secret code name readings, these readings are purchased by individuals, and those individuals are given a secret code name so that they know which reading is their personal reading. The beauty of the secret code names is if you are drawn to one, chances are there is a message in there for you, because we're all connected. We're all soul family in the greater scheme of things. So if you're drawn to a secret code name, it stands out to you, it resonates to you. Hey, Kelly, how you doing? I hope you got your message. I sent you a message. Let's see. But if you're drawn to it and you resonate with it, then there's most likely a message in there for you. Okay. I have 2 spots still open for the new moon in Cancer coming up on the 17th of July. And I have 1 open for the first event in August. After that, I believe that is the full moon in Aquarius. Yeah. So yeah, those, I still have 2 slots for the next one on the 17th, and then I know I have 1 spot open for the full moon after that. I will only be doing secret code names like this for the rest of 2023. Once we hit the end of the year and I do the last secret code name moon event in December, it will be for Divine Rebel members only, and they will be set up like pick-a-cards. Okay, so if you are not familiar with Divine Rebels and our diamonds here, Kelly is one of them. But you can sign up in the description box. There's a little link for becoming a Divine Rebel member here on the channel, and you get a bunch of exclusive content. You essentially do have me on a schedule. Okay, you get your own monthly zodiacs that will be Divine Rebel members only in 2024. You get your weekly duality masculine feminine readings. Those are collective energies. That's on a weekly basis. I also do a personal reading for one of the members every Sunday. Unless you're dealing with a power outage like I was this week. They got their personal reading today, but I put all of the members in a box and all of their names, and I'll pick one on Sunday and give them a personal reading. And then they have other special content and stuff like that too that I just do exclusively for them, and it's only $5.99 for the membership. I've made it affordable for a reason, and YouTube does and handles all of it. So for whatever reason you don't have $5.99 in your account come that day of the month that you signed up, because it will reoccur on the same day every single month. So if you sign up on the 3rd, it'll come out on the 3rd every month, unless there's like a holiday or whatever. Might be a little bit different, but it'll never be sooner than that. Okay, but if for whatever reason you don't have $5.99 in there, YouTube will just cancel the membership and it will not charge you again until you re-sign up. All right. And it'll go from that date from there forward. Okay. So you don't have to worry about it overdrafting your account or anything like that. It's just $5.99 and you get all of the exclusive stuff. And going into 2024, they're going to get the bulk of the messages, to be completely fair. Everything else on the channel will be as I'm guided only. Okay, which is often enough. It's still often. Spirit has me live in power outages from my fucking car. All right, so Spirit has all kinds of messages come through, and I do try and do the first weekly duality report of the month. I do try and do that public, and then it switches over to members only once it's done. So if you guys catch the live and as it's public, you can catch it while it's public. But all of that stuff is going to be members only in 2024. So take a look at the description. Make sure you check out the Etsy shop. Get your personal reading with the secret code name events while you can for 2023. I do have at least one slot on every single event for the rest of the year sold. Okay, so the spots, I mean, they disappear. Okay, you're lucky if you get one last minute. So check them out. I do have 2 left for the one coming up on the 17th, and I have 1 slot left for the one coming up in August as of right now. Okay, with that said, I have been diligently working on some shit all day. All right, Spirit would have it. I got busy and checked the post office. Yep, you got it. Good. Good, Kelly. So I went to the post office today and finally picked up a package that I had been waiting on for like two and a half weeks, about 2.5 weeks. And while I was waiting for my landlord to get to the breakers in the basement to flip the power back on, I was busy crafting. So I made a charming pineapple. It's soft and fluffy. I made it. It literally has on the inside, it has like one of those big like plastic gallon like ice, like for Ice Mountain, like the water bottle. It's like one of their gallon jugs on the inside. I reused the bottle and turned it into a big pineapple. And now on the inside, I've got a bunch of fucking charms. When I tell you I dropped like $100+ on fucking charms, I did. I did. I went way nuts with like a bunch of fucking charms. Now, I do have a P.O. box, and if you are a regular on my channel and you want to donate a very specific charm just for you, because these charms, okay, listen, these charms are for people who absolutely need to know that a message is for them. Okay. The charms are meant to stand out to you in such a way that you cannot deny that the message has something in it for you. Okay. Now, just because I don't pull out a charm that resonates with you doesn't mean it's not your message. It just means Spirit's being fucking urgent and saying, hey, if this charm stands out to you, there's a fucking reason. Don't click off. Don't click off. There's something in here you got to hear, right? That's the importance of the charms. If you want to send me to my P.O. box a charm specifically for the pineapple, that if I were to pull it out, you know, damn right well, I am talking to you. You can just shoot me an email and I will give you the P.O. box and you can send me a charm. All I ask is that the charms stay 1 inch or smaller. Okay, that is all I ask, that whatever you send me to be yours, even if it's a fucking marble, I don't care. If you know it's yours, okay? If you know 100%, if I pull it out, it's yours, there's a message in there for you and you want it in this pineapple, just let me know and shoot me an email, okay? And I will add your charm to Mr. Pineapple. I know, I made him today. I was so excited. I started making it around, I want to say around 11:30. And I didn't stop until 5:30. Now, you know the little, you know how like the Croc shoes have all those little like charmy things that you could pop on the holes? I ordered a fuck ton of those. They're all in here. I ordered so many, but because they get tangled up on each other with the little buttons that go in the Crocs, I spent, you want to know what took me so fucking long? I spent time cutting all the little backs off and then flicking a lighter to just burn it smooth so it wasn't all, you know, like rigid and sharp. I did not anticipate how pissed my thumb was gonna be after flicking a lighter over 100 times. So you guys can take the charms however they resonate. It might be specifically for you. It might resonate as a message from somebody who's across the veil, who's passed away for you, right? However the memory triggers for you. The charms are what they are, and they are meant for someone, okay? They are meant for someone. If a charm does not come out for you, that's fine. Spirit has faith. You will get whatever message you need to get. It's just some people need a little more of a crack on the head. And so that's why I made what I made, okay? So, starting off this live, if you were drawn to a secret code name and wanted to know for sure because you are one of those today, we're going to see what kind of charms I pull. All right, so let's see. Someone has a message to drink more water. All right. It's my little water bottle. Someone has a message to drink more water. I also got a letter C and a letter A and a letter N. If you needed the message on whether or not you can, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yep, we got C, A, and N. We also got Capricorn. Full moon in Capricorn. And we got Aquarius. Okay. We also got a helicopter. All right. We got a whale fin. We got a mannequin. It's like people who do sewing and clothing making, right? We got a mannequin. We also got the star card. So double Aquarius. You might have a wish coming through for you, right? Camera, you can do it. Yeah, we got the star card. We also got a screwdriver. So you may have a profession with a screwdriver or got pissed off at one today. Take it how it resonates. All right. We've got Saturn here. And I need more space, our astronaut. So someone may have said that to you recently, or you may have said it to them. Again, can also be Aquarian energy. All right, so we got triple Aquarius, Capricorn twice, because we also got Saturn out here, the whale fin, a helicopter, a mannequin, and a screwdriver. And then the initials were C, A, and N. All right. Hey, Lala, how you doing? So, and the water bottle. All right. And the water bottle in case you need to remember to stay hydrated and drink more water. All right. That was lovely messages from your charming pineapple. All right. So, with that done, and I will have the charms all time-stamped with the readings. Okay, I will have the charms time-stamped with the readings. So if you want to go back to the charms, you can. Otherwise, we're going to start getting into these messages. Now, you want to talk about Capricorn and the fucking goat. Okay. I asked Spirit what deck it would have me use for today. And it had me open my Supra Oracle. The Supra Oracle. This deck, it's a first edition. It is number 2,116 out of 5,000. Okay. Literally has a gold seal on it. I opened it today. I don't argue with Spirit. And Spirit told me to open my damn near $200 deck. Okay. This is a 200. I paid almost $200 for this deck. It was first edition and it was fucking sealed, y'all. Okay. When Spirit said that deck, I was like, oh. Like, really? Spirit said, yeah. So we are using the Supra Oracle. Okay. We are using the Supra Oracle today. I'm going to pull out one main card from that deck for you. And then I'm going to be using the Wildwood Tarot and the Tarot of the Abyss for insight and clarity. And then as guidance, I'm going to be pulling from my Dragon Oracle cards because we all know how wise dragons are and how much they covet their wealth, right? Of their hoard of energy and what they've accumulated. And goats, Capricorn is, well, the CEO of the zodiac, which is why these readings are themed revealing the CEO. So Lala, if I didn't say hello to you, how you doing? Lori, how you doing? How y'all doing? So getting into it, the first secret code name is Magician. All right, we're going to start that at the 16-minute mark. Magician. All right, so secret code name Magician, and those who would resonate to it. Oh my god, it feels so weird shuffling these cards. But it's so nice. It's so nice. Oh, Spirit. Jeez. Shuffling crazy deck. All right. My nerves. My nerves. All right, Spirit. Let's get all the cards out for secret code name Magician. All right, we've got 2 cards. I'll get there in a second. I'm going to get them all out. I just got to breathe through the fact that I just shuffled that deck. Okay. I got to breathe. I got to breathe. I opened up a bucket. Gold sealed first edition deck. My God. Oh. Breathe, Racy. Yeah, no better time, right? No better time. Oh, good Jesus. I'm calling you in. Jesus, I'm calling you in. Oh, my God. If Jesus was really born on the 25th of December, he's a Capricorn too. So amen to the goat. Amen to the goat. What else? What else? We got the Queen of Vessels. Let's see what else. Secret code name Magician. The Great Bear is the Judgment card in this deck. And the Page of Vessels. I feel like there's more. Ooh, I feel like there's more. And the 10 of Stones, which is the 10 of coin. All right. Clarities, please. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. We got 777s out here. Give me one more. Ooh, quadruple 7s. Okay. We got the 7 of Swords on the bottom of this deck. We also got the 7 of Swords reversed here. And then we have the Chariot, which is also a 7. And we have the 7 of Pentacles on the bottom of this one. Lots of 7s. And what dragon is assisting? What dragon archetypal energy? Got 2. Okay. Considering all the cards out here, why am I not surprised? All right. So we got Deus Ex Machina, and Stillness. Now this card here represents a solution to a fucking problem out of the blue. All right, the solution just fucking shows up, and it's when you are still, right? When you're not necessarily worrying about the solution just shows up. The solution just shows up. Okay, you don't need to go looking for it. The $200 deck just said you do not need to solve the problem and force the solution. Okay? The goat as fuck deck just said chill. Chill. And the solution will make itself known. Okay? The solution will make itself known. It's like divine intervention at its fucking finest. Okay? The divine knows. With the 7 of Swords, which is the 7 of Arrows on the bottom, and the 7 of Pentacles on the bottom, you might be feeling as if you're taking shots from all directions with people and that everything you've been trying to work on has flopped. All right. You're busy doing your best to manifest whatever it is you're trying to manifest, and feel like you're getting hit from all directions. Hit with difficulties, hit with people not coming through, following through, holding up their end. Like you might be feeling like you're putting in so much energy to make something happen or be a certain way that is conducive or positive for everybody. And the only person, I think it's kind of like you're feeling like the only person that gives a shit is you. Right? And you're depending a lot on other people. You're depending a lot on other people. So if we're talking about revealing the CEO within yourself, right? Invoking your inner motherfucking goat, okay? Energy. We've got the Queen of Vessels, which is salmon. So you might want to look up salmon spirit medicine, okay? With the 7 of Swords in the reverse, which at the end of the day is a reminder that spirit has you and your heart on a pedestal. Okay. Spirit knows you're fucking important. Spirit sees what you're trying to fucking do. Okay. Everybody else cannot see your value. Everybody else could be telling you it's a waste of fucking time or whatever, but you know why you're doing what you're doing, and spirit fucking knows it. Please do not forget that the only eyes on you do not belong to fucking people. Spirit has eyes on you too, and it sees where your heart's aligned. Spirit has your heart on a pedestal because your heart is pedestal worthy, period. Okay. You're trying to swim upstream because you're being guided to. Not because you're foolish, not because you're stupid, not because it's a waste of time. It's because you're meant to care and you're meant to make it happen. The less you depend on other people and just go with the flow, the better, because solutions will just show up as opposed to you trying to find it to make it happen faster. Okay. With the Judgment card, the Great Bear, which we have a huge polar bear here, and the Queen of Wands, which instantly with this imagery reminds me of like the Oracle of Delphi, right? Or the Delphi, however you want to pronounce it. It's like that polar bear, that white polar bear, that big bear. It's protective energy, right? It's almost like divine mother energy, right? That protecting like a bear, and it's white, which is like divine imagery. So, you know, it's kind of like the divine is protecting what you're desiring to create, which is what this Queen of Wands, Queen of Fire energy is all about. Like you have a certain vision, a certain thing that you want to bring into form. And maybe you're the only one that sees it. Maybe you're speaking things to other people and they're like, no, no, no. And you're like, bitch, why the fuck are you second guessing me? Or even trying to convince me that I don't know what I'm talking about when I do. You know, you're trying to tell me, no, that's not the way it is. No, that's not why I did it. And it's like, but it is though. You know what I mean? But it is though. You know, someone could be telling you, oh, I'm so sorry, I got tied up. And you're like, listen, if you just didn't fucking feel like it, you could have told me. And they're like, no, that's not the case. I really did get busy. And you're like, no, I know you didn't fucking feel like it. You know what I mean? Like, and it's banking on the wrong people. Like whatever you're sensing or whatever you're intuiting or picking up on, you're not incorrect. Okay, you're not incorrect. Whatever judgment call you're making on a situation or a person or why they did or didn't do something, like you're not incorrect, and maybe you need that confirmation. All right, maybe you needed that confirmation. Oh no, that's not the way I was coming off. That's not what I meant. Yes, it was. You just didn't like that I called you on your shit. Okay. Because now you feel like you're being judged when really you're the only one judging yourself. I'm not judging you. You are judging yourself in your own fucking mirror because you know you could have just been honest and you had to go and fucking lie about it to protect whose feelings. You just made my life harder. You could have just told me you didn't feel like it from the gate and I could have had somebody else, you know, who didn't mind doing it or wanted to do it instead. Banking on you. You didn't even want to. You gave me fucking excuses. You know what I mean? So listen to your intuition. If you got a fucking feeling someone's not going to come through with something, plan without them. Plan as if they're not going to because you already sense they're not going to, right? Plan without them. Even if they said yes, no problem, I'll be there. If something fucking told you no, right? Because we're talking about feminine fire. If something told you otherwise, trust yourself. Trust yourself. Don't bank on something and you got to hope and finger cross, because y'all know how I feel about that fucking word. Either you have faith and you know they're going to come through, or you're finger crossed and hoping. And if you're finger crossed and hoping, chances are better than not. Got 7 of Swords twice. Chances are better than not you're going to be right and they're going to let you down or give you some fucking reason, right? Some bullshit reason. You want to get shit done? Don't bank on bullshitters. Right? You're the motherfucking magician, right? This is your secret code name. You're the magician. You're the magic. You manifest what the fuck you need. Okay? Page of Vessels with the Chariot card. This is beginner's heart. This is trusting that you're going to receive everything you need to receive. The Chariot as a number 7 is a divine intervention card. It's a miracle card. It's a divine movement card, right? The universe makes money moves. The universe does. It makes manifestation happen. The universe lines up everything like dominoes and thwarts everything in our path that would be off of our highest good, right? That's why whatever we resist persists, and we hit wall after wall after wall when we're in misalignment. Sometimes your goal is correct, but the people you're using to get there are incorrect. There's another solution, right? You just got to be open to seeing it. The solution comes when you're still and you're not worrying. The damn near $200 deck told you, right? Shit. Opened up just for you today. Beginner's heart, right, is about trusting your feminine energy, trusting your intuition 100%. Like 99% is not 100. You could trust yourself 100%, and you will see how fast things move when you are in flow with your intuition. When you are in flow with what you feel is in alignment, not alignment, this person's going to fall through. I will not bank on them. I'll find another option. You find another option. You can bank on it. Let that other person know, hey, just by the way, something else came through. You don't have to do that anymore. And they'll be like, oh, thank God. You know what I mean? Let them off the hook because the universe gave you another solution. Universe, I know they said they would, but I'm open. Let another solution come through. Let the solution come through, because that ain't it. I know it ain't. Right? Then we got the 10 of Stones, which is the 10 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Swords. So if you're having anxiety surrounding a home or family, and maybe that's what all of this is concerning, the guidance is Air and Water Dragon and Earth Dragon. These are the 2 dragons that came through for you. Okay. Air and Water Dragon says, helps you to connect with higher frequencies. Right? Helps you to connect with higher frequencies. Trust your intuition and develop your psychic abilities. Be open to enlightenment and express your inner song. This is about listening to your own intuition and your own soul song. Okay. This is allowing air and water, which is the mind and the heart space, masculine and feminine, work together. Let yourself choose in alignment with what your own intuitions can trust and feel safe choosing. Right? Earth Dragon clears your path and the land around you. It says, stay grounded, be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing. You can move forward in life. Like, keep that in mind. Whatever is meant to go, if you're having anxiety about certain things, like, trust spirit. Trust spirit has a solution that you can't see and that you won't see as long as you're freaking out about it. Okay? If you're the magician, your best manifesting energy happens when you're not frantic or frazzled or all kinds of anxious. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. This is not about manifesting under pressure and getting things done on a deadline. This is about panic and anxiety needing to stop. Because the home yourself, which the home is sometimes indicative of, is solid. If you're solid in your own energy, it's going to manifest in your outer experience. And if your outer experience is not solid, it's going to be solid because you decided you are. Right? Yeah, crispy deck alert. For real. That secret code name, Magician. Remember your power. It's more so when you remember that it's connected to source and not separate from it. You don't have to do everything yourself. Sometimes spirit lines it right the fuck up for you. It gets all the ducks in a row for you. Spirit's fucking amazing. I literally just had a conversation with my Divine Rebel members during one of the personal readings that I did today. Like, spirit lines shit up. When you trust spirit, it just fucking happens. I was using the example of when I went shopping for my car. I didn't even fucking have one. Okay. Didn't even fucking have one. Ended up with a car. Just borrowing it and using it from someone and paying them to use it. Ended up being sold the car, right? I bought the car off of them. Was able to trade it in, and all of the cars at the lot didn't speak grace to me. My intuition was not feeling any of them, but I was like, whatever, if this is the options that I got, I guess I'll settle. Guy told me he would call me back on Monday. Lo and behold, over the weekend, because I had faith and trust, I said, Spirit, if it's meant to be my car, it's my car, but I'm not feeling it, whatever. Over the weekend, someone came in and traded in a car that was my perfect fucking car. It had everything I wanted in it, and it was well within my price range. I was fucking ecstatic. It was literally the perfect car. It wasn't there when I went. Trusted spirit, and it was there within a matter of 2 days. Got the call on Monday. Hey, how about this car? Guy sent me pictures, and I was like, it's fucking perfect. Sometimes you just have to set the intention and trust spirit will bring it to you, and it just fucking does. You do as you're guided, right? Masculine and feminine in unison, doing as you're guided, trusting your intuition, and the path clears. And the path clears. All right. Keep that in mind, especially over the next 2 weeks leading into the new moon, because that's going to clean slate everything for you. And then we'll be in a whole new cycle a month from now, right? When we get the next full moon, it'll be a whole new cycle, and you'll be seeing how this transpired events over the course of the next several weeks, right? You'll see how all of this ends up playing out if you could just stay in alignment with your own dang self and trust. Like, spirit, all spirit said is be yourself. Just be in your own stillness. Be in your own stillness. Like, could you imagine? Like, Lindsay Buckingham used to make fun of Stevie Nicks for her gypsy ass on stage, wearing her fucking big black lacy sleeves and how she'd dance like a witch. He used to make fun of her on stage. Stevie Nicks is bigger than every other person in Fleetwood Mac to this fucking day because she was who she was and was relentless in her pursuit of being her authentic self. Never once did she stop being the fucking gypsy that she was. be yourself. Stay in your lane. And if anybody tries to swoop you off that shit, be like, no, I'm good. I trust myself. If you're not in alignment, that's fine. No one said you had to be in alignment with me. You're in your own lane. That's fine. Don't let me interrupt you. Someone else will help me. It's fine. It's fine. Don't put pressure on other people because you're putting pressure on yourself. Take the pressure off yourself and let spirit help you out. Right. That was secret code name Magician. All right. We are going to get into secret code name Claire de Lune. All right. Secret code name Claire de Lune and those who resonate to it. I'm going to get all the cards out first and then we read it. So Claire de Lune, we are starting. Oh, all right. Then we'll do that. 35. Hey. All right. Claire de Lune, which, by the way, is one of my favorite. It's like it's an instrumental, it's piano. And Debussy, if I did not butcher his name, it's one of my favorites. They actually have like a 10-hour version of that on YouTube. And I'll listen to that before I go to bed sometimes, or I even listen to it at work. I'll listen to it at work. I'll have it in my ear pods while I'm grinding. And I'll just be in my meditative zone, just listening to Claire de Lune and the piano. It's fucking great. So, Claire de Lune, right? Secret code name Claire de Lune. Spirit, please. Revealing the CEO energy of secret code name Claire de Lune and those who would be drawn to this message. Ooh, I like it. This is the main oracle card that came out. The hexagram and the 6-pointed stars, masculine and feminine energy, which also, by the way, represents the 4 elements, because the triangles on their own are fire and water. And then if you add the lines with the triangles, you get earth and air. So the 6-pointed star is quite valuable as far as its own synchronicity. And we got one inside of another, which I think is really cool. Also represents union or inner balance energy. So what else we got going on? Spirit insight. Insight for Claire de Lune. And those who are drawn to the secret code name and divine time whenever it catches them. I could hear it playing in my head. It's such a wonderful, wonderful track. We've got the 9 of Vessels, which is the 9 of Cups. The Green Woman, which is the Empress. What else? The 4 of Vessels, which is the 4 of Cups. And the 5 of Vessels, all cups. Nine of Bows is on the bottom. It is the 9 of Wands. All right. Clarities, please. Clarify the 9 of Cups with the King of Pentacles. Clarify the Empress with the Chariot. Clarify the 4 of Vessels, the 6 of Wands, and clarify the 5 of Vessels. with the Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. All right, and what guidance is coming through for Claire de Lune? What dragon energy? What wisdom would it bestow upon you? Woo! Golden Christed Dragon. All right. In the world, not of the world. This dragon, you got to understand. It says, brings you to higher love so that you can embody the Christ light, which is Christ consciousness, right? A lot of people know who Jesus is. A lot of people connect him to the Bible, but Jesus never asked to be tied to any fucking religion. He just acted in alignment in a certain way. And it's to follow and do as Christ would do, not necessarily what the church or, you know, organized, structured religion would say it is. You know, like people would say certain things in the Bible are this and that, but at the end of the day, it's like Christ loved everybody, did he not? The abominations were his best friend, were they not? Right? The people that were turned away by everybody else in society, like Jesus loved everybody. So it's kind of like being in this mindset of being connected with source, knowing you are a divine child and that spirit never leaves you, right? Spirit does not make mistakes. Everything is divine, right? It says, brings you to higher love so that you can embody the Christ light. Absorb the Christ light and you are protected. Expand your heart and remain fifth dimensional. Remain, not become, remain fifth dimensional. Remember, you are a soul here, living a human experience, not the other way around. Do not get so caught up in your human dealings that you forget that you are a soul and that you're here to learn, not just to live life as human and not remember who you are or what you are. Okay, you're a fifth dimensional energy. All right, so we're coming out with the guidance to keep in mind as I go through this spread, right? Because we have this energy here, which is about being in union with the self and being protected, right? This energy is talking about you being protected. Well, is this not protected inside the larger? Are you not a gem? Are you not a gem? Are you not a diamond? Are you not valuable as fuck? Like, let's keep it real. This card right here, with this card right here, is reminding you that you are a valuable asset here. Higher consciousness here. Like, please don't forget who you are. That you're an earth angel here. And that there's a reason why you probably felt on some level like you never actually quite fit in. Because you feel and sense more deeply than most people, right? Claire de Lune is the fucking moon. You're more tuned in. Feminine energy, right? The moon is ruled by Cancer. It's psychic. It's intuitive. It's deeply emotional and empathic. It is soul filled. People of the moon, children of the moon. Intuitives, empaths. They experience life here differently. They value connection and caring and compassion and consideration above any other earthly, mundane bullshit matter. They would rather be with the people they fucking love in a cardboard box than living in a fucking mansion feeling like they're alone. They would rather be with people they love, that love them. Right? These people, remember that your soul is here and not tainted by the mundane human experience. It can be if you let it. You can let people convince you you're crystal. You can let people convince you you're a piece of broken glass. You ain't shit. You just broken glass. You ain't a diamond. That's funny. No. You remember who you are. You remember who you are. Okay? So as we get into these energies, these tarot, right? It's a secret code named Claire de Lune. 9 of Bows on bottom and the King of Wands. You're a master of soul, right? With the King of Wands. This is mastery of the suit of fire, which is spirit. Willpower. And it comes out with the 9 of Bows, which is respect in this deck. If you look at the bottom of the card, it says respect. If my camera will respect the fact that I'm trying to zoom in on it. Respect. A wild warrior who has been through a lot. A lot. This is Chiron energy. You've been through a lot of deep, deep soul learning. Okay? And still, you are not a victim. You're completing what is essentially ancestral cycles that have kept you and your soul family trapped for a very long time. The world is under that. Look at the labyrinth. Trees are indicative of family and ancestry. You're the black sheep, the black swan. You're the value. You're the karma breaker, right? You've probably taken more shit than most people you know in your life. People who would try and convince you that pain is real and love's not real, and people use and abuse and take advantage of, and life is all about money, and life is stressful, and you got to do this and you got to do that, and you've got to be in these cycles. And you're over here like, am I the only one who knows I'm the spiritual motherfucking goat? Am I the only one that knows it? And you might be. I mean, given Spirit's talking to you about it, I obviously know you're the motherfucking goat. Spiritual fucking goat, right? The 9 of Vessels, the 9 of Cups with the King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles is literally holding a mountain range in his hand like it's fucking nothing. You ask Spirit to grant you a wish and trust that Spirit's got you. It will. It will make mountains look like fucking molehills. You're the CEO of your life. You're the creator, right? You talk to Spirit. It's just your higher self. Spirit with a capital S. It's your highest self. Have that divine conversation. This is what I want. And I trust that whatever it is I wish for is on its way to me. I don't know how, and I don't know when. All I know is that it will be divinely perfect, because I wouldn't love the feeling of receiving it if it wasn't meant for me to receive. Be humble enough to know it might not come the way you think it will, when you think it will, how you want it to, or in the shape of who or what or whatever. Don't mean it ain't going to come at the perfect fucking time, in the perfect fucking way, exactly how it was meant to. And you'd be like, wow, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Your Spirit will guide you in the right direction because you placed a wish. King of Pentacles is a master manifester. There is no obstacle. What obstacle? What obstacle? As far as Spirit is concerned, an obstacle just means not that way. There's an easier way. You don't need to climb. You don't need to deal with treacherous terrain. There's just another way. There's just another way. And you might go along your merry way thinking it's a pathway, and all of a sudden Gandalf and his fucking huge ass eagle comes swooping through and scoop your ass up, fly you over the damn mountain. And you're just like, holy shit, what the fuck? Yeah, because you can manifest like that. You place a wish with the divine, and the things that were once obstacles are not an obstacle anymore. And it can show up any way that it needs to show up. It just happens. You do as you're guided, and the solutions just come. This is apparently a theme so far. Okay? We got the Empress, the green woman, which is all about receiving high feminine energy with the Chariot. Receive what the divine will bring you. I'm talking about Gandalf swooping in on an eagle. Maybe it's a fucking swan. Maybe it's a pair of swans. You don't know how the universe is going to come in and divinely intervene because you willed it so. The green woman, the Empress, receives what she wants. Who the fuck says no to the Empress? Who says no? Not spirit. The universe will move mountains. And if you're bored, because we got the Four of Cups here, and it's boredom. It's boredom in this deck. Coming out with the Six of Wands, which is a victory card. And she's there as a ballerina, taking a bow. And everybody is applauding. If you're bored, it's because that chapter's over. You've successfully completed that show. Reminds me of Shakespeare. Nobody thought Shakespeare could possibly have the plays that he wrote and that they would be popular. No one but royalty ever had performances like that. And he brought plays to the public for cheap so that they could come. Actors would volunteer. Like, the show must go on until it's over. And sometimes wherever you're at in life, whatever part of the story you're in, you take a bow, that part of the story is over, the show is done, and the curtain closes. If you're fucking bored with where you are, you're not allowing your own spiritual fire to be fed with what you're choosing. And so the Five of Vessels, which is all about ecstasy in this deck, standing in the center of the star, it's ecstasy. That's the word on the bottom of the deck. Okay? It's about looking at the new horizon. Two of Wands is about looking at the new journey. If something is boring the shit out of you, it's time for something else to come in. It's time for something else to come in. You go as far as you can go and take it as far as you can take it. And when the show is over, the show is over. Your legacy will live on, right? Your legacy continues. People will remember you. People will remember what you did and what you said and how you changed their life, how the things you said influenced them and their choices and changed them for the better. Your legacy continues. If you've got to move forward, you've got to move forward. Right? Talking about high divine feminine energy, right? We were on the topic of Stevie Nicks. Like, who the fuck would tell Stevie Nicks no? For real. Empress energy. You bring to yourself what you need to receive. And if that's moving forward in a certain way, then it's moving forward in a certain way. People can only respect it. You've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. You are a master of determination and willpower. Nothing's going to stop you. No mountain's going to stop you. No wish is going to go unanswered. You're the diamond. You're the gem. You're not of this world. You want to call it spiritually favored? Because I would. Because you're in alignment. Your heart and soul is in alignment. You just got a bunch of fucking people trying to make you forget who you are. that you're not highly fucking divine here. All the water that you have makes you more aware of it than people who don't. It doesn't matter if you got a whole fuck ton of water in your chart or you got one badass water placement. Fact of the matter is, you are tuned in, and some people don't have it. Some people have real serious challenges to water in their chart. Some people don't have any at all. Some people are fucking overloaded with it, and they're in another fucking world, and you can't even bring them back to even a piece of reality, even the reality of the divine. They're like on another fucking circus in their own head. Spirit's letting you know, like, where you're at, your alignment. You're very aware of who you are. You're very aware of your connection with divinity, more so than other people. And it's not your fault that other people don't understand what the fuck you talk about when you feel connected. When you're talking about spirit and why you feel drawn to nature or crystals or whatever the fuck it is that you're drawn to do. That's authentically you. Your path. They don't fucking get it. That's fine. They're going to find it eventually. We all do. We got enough fucking life cycles. Spirit said, don't worry, I don't run out. Don't worry, I don't run out of life cycles. They can come back again and 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 again. Right? You probably won't even reincarnate again unless you fucking want to. Probably won't even reincarnate again unless you fucking want to. Whole point, if you're bored, move on. If you feel like nothing's shifting or you're stagnating, move on. Spirit will put you elsewhere. Right? Spirit will inspire you elsewhere. It'll give you a bright idea, and all of a sudden you're going to follow through with that idea, and Spirit's like, thank you. Thank you. Right? That King of Wands energy. Alrighty. Secret code name. Sage. Ooh, 56, 56. Look at all these double numbers we're getting. We had 35, 35 for Claire de Lune. We got 56, 56 for Sage. 56, I mean, that breaks down to an 11. It's practically an 11, 11 right there. That's momentum and unconditional love towards self-mastery. Wonderful numbers. I like it. A lot. All right. Secret code name Sage. And it could definitely be Sage as in a wise motherfucker. It could also be Sage like go smudge yourself. It could also be your name. So, right, if you were drawn to it in divine time and your name is Sage. Maybe you have a pet and her name is Sage. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe you got a fluffy cat named Sage. Right? I knew a cat named Sage once. You never know why someone's drawn to a secret code name, but Sage it is. So, Super Oracle. Spirit, please. For secret code name Sage. And those drawn to it in divine time whenever they're meant to. What is going on? Transformation. My damn near $200 deck gave you transformation. Reminds me of a light shining through the darkness, doesn't it? And it's interesting because down here it looks like it could be clouds, it could be rocks, because this is very abstract. All the art in this deck is really abstract. But yeah, it feels like a rip in the darkness, right? That light coming through is like a rip in the darkness. Totally transforms. Like you could be in a dark ass room and it just looks black everywhere. But if you light a match, the whole room transforms with that little bit of light. So Yeah, you'll see all kinds of stuff when the light gets turned on, right? Give me some insight, please, Spirit. Wildwood Tarot. Give me some insight for secret code name Sage and those drawn to it whenever they're meant to catch it. Got the Ace of Bows, which is the Ace of Wands. This is the spark of life. We've got the Ace of Stones, which is the Ace of Pentacles. So we got double aces out here. Lots of ones, right? One. Even your timestamp and everything. A lot of ones so far. You might be seeing 1111 a lot. It might be driving you fucking nuts how much you're seeing it. Oh. Hey, Spirit loves you. It ain't letting you miss the synchronicities. Then we got the 5 of Arrows and the 9 of Bows. The Hooded Man, which is the Hermit on the bottom. All right. Clarities, please. 4 of Pentacles reversed, 8 of Swords. 3 of Swords. There's 2 different 3 of Swords in this deck. So this one's the masculine. Then the 9 of Bows is clarified by the Devil, reversed, and the Ace of Cups. We've got the 3 of Pentacles on bottom. Alrighty, Lisa, sounds good. I love you. I missed you. So glad you made it. All right, and dragon guidance, please. Yeah, I know some of my divine rebels are going to fucking love having smack you in the face charms. Oh, yeah, just shoot me an email. I'll give you my P.O. box so you can send whatever charm you want to the pineapple. He's pineapple charming. What guidance, please, Spirit, for secret code name Sage? Alrighty. Black Dragon. Cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, and undergo a metamorphosis. These messages are being consistent. All right, major transformations. So, the Hooded Man and 3 of Pentacles on bottom. Whenever this card comes out, the 3 of Pentacles in this deck, and I use a plethora of decks as I'm guided all the time for a reason, because certain cards ping certain energies for me when they come out. This 3 of Coins, you can see the pentacles on each of the hands. It's kind of like a brand, like they've been branded. And they're in this dark hole, all trying to grab this rope to come out. And you could see this hermit is looking down, you know what I mean? And he's got this light out, and it's almost as if he can see them trying to climb up, and he can help and potentially fall in or just go his own way. And the hermit chooses to go their own way. They don't fall down the hole of other people who have been branded to deal with whatever karma that they're dealing with. Okay. And I think with these cards coming out together like this on the bottom of the deck, you already fucking know that. You already know who you feel guided to help and who you don't. Even if you can help them, it doesn't mean you're guided to. And I think you're pretty clear on listening to your intuition like that. Like, yeah, I know I can help you, but I'm not. Because they're meant to experience whatever they're experiencing because they got themselves in that situation. And you are not meant to be in that situation. It's almost like a little birdie told you, don't do it. Don't do it, right? The Archer or the Chariot is under that. It's Sagittarius energy. It's fucking wisdom, right? We got double wisdom here. Because down there in that dark is the fucking devil. And you know it. And you know it. And it's just going to leave you fucking confused like a hall of mirrors if you get wrapped up and involved with certain people. You get drug into their fucking rabbit hole, right? And before you know it, you're completely off track. And you're like, how the fuck did I end up here? Right? You're going through a major shift. And I do feel like with this card advising and guiding you to cocoon yourself and go through your shift and change, like if you got to cut people off and stop with certain people, then you just do right now. It's not like you won't pick up with them later, you know, but for now, it's like you got to do your own thing and grow inside your own self. Maybe you got to get used to saying no. Maybe you're one of those people that has a hard time saying no to people when you can, even though you're not being guided to. Like just because you can help doesn't mean you feel guided to help. Even if you want to help, sometimes you're not being guided to help. Like there are times when I drive by people on the side of the road who got a fucking flat and I can stop and help them. I know how to change a tire. I can stop. I want to. And Spirit's like, nope, just keep going. Please just keep going, Grace. Just keep going. And I'm like, but Spirit, I can. Spirit said, fucking keep going. You know what I mean? It was like, just because you can, just because you want to, doesn't mean you should. And sometimes Spirit just gives you that pull inside your chest that says, refrain. Refrain. And it's like, you're learning how to listen to Spirit when it's telling you, please say no, please refrain. You're allowed to say no. You don't have to agree to shit. Well, can we just talk? I just want to talk. I don't feel guided to talk to you. The answer's no. I gotta go. Click. And if someone's not respecting that fucking boundary, right? Because we got that 9 of Wands, that fucking respect card out again, right? It has respect written at the bottom. Come on, camera. There you go. Respect. If someone's not respecting that boundary, you cut the devil off. Overflow love to yourself and cut the devil off. Because whenever you're guided to not do something and someone's insistent and they're not respecting your fucking boundaries, they're tempting you to do what you don't feel guided to do. It's the fucking devil energy. They are not the devil, okay? Let's make it very clear. It is an energy and it's a vibration that tempts you into a shadow place within yourself. It tempts you to go back into your wounding, to go back into that fucking hole, right? That fucking hole that they want you to be in with them. They don't always do it intentionally. They've got wounding and do things subconsciously and unconsciously too. It's not your fucking job to save everybody. If everybody in the world just focused on healing themselves, the whole world would be healed, right? It is literally one of my biggest quotes that I've been saying forever. You just need to focus on you and do as you are guided. Maybe today you are able and willing, but being guided not to. And maybe another day you don't really want to, you don't think you're able, but Spirit's saying, yeah, but you should, and it's time, and you're being guided to do it. And it all works out in the end exactly how it was meant to, just doing as you were guided. Okay? The Ace of Wands with the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. You got the spark going off that is helping you let go. Right? This is secret code name Sage. The spark is going off. That is allowing you to let go. No longer holding on to whoever or whatever you were holding on to. The Ace of Stones with the Eight of Swords, you're reaching a save point. This Ace of Stones reminds me of a checkpoint. Like in a video game, once you hit a certain checkpoint, even if you were to die in the game, it starts you back at the checkpoint, right? You don't have to start over from the beginning. You just start over at the checkpoint, your save point. That's what this card reminds me of. And it's like you're worried that you're going to fall backwards. You're going to fall backwards. And it's like, no, you've learned too much. You've known too much. You've grown too much. You're not going to fall back into your old self. The temptation to go back to the old self is there. But you ain't biting it. And if people try and take shots at you and try and fuck with your headspace, like, oh, I can't believe you said no. I can't believe you weren't there for me. Okay, so you're going to get pissed at me for the one time I decide I'm not there for you, and you're going to negate every other fucking time I was? You're going to forget about that. You're going to give me shit for saying no, even though I was there 100 times before? Did you not appreciate that 100 times I was there before? Okay, well, that's why I'm not being guided to do 101 right now. Because everybody's taking shots at you, right? It's like the golden ram, the fleece of the golden ram. Everybody's trying to get the ram, and it's heartbreaking. Mentally, right? Masculine energy is the mind. It's painful for the mind to recognize people for what the fuck they are in the reality. Like, think about that. What if you had gone to your best friend's birthday every fucking year and you got her a really nice gift every year, and this year you're not being guided to go? You don't necessarily have the money to spend what you want to spend or would have spent, and everything seems to not be working out. And maybe you say, hey, I'm not going to be able to make your birthday out this year. Maybe me and you could do something, just the two of us, another day. And she gets all upset. I can't believe you're not going to be there for my birthday. How could you always there? And you're like, I can't. I can do it this way. I can't do it the way you want. And she's all pissed off. Well, if you don't come, blah, blah, blah. Like, example, right? Just example. It's like, did you really not appreciate the fact that I was there every other fucking year for you? Like, you really think I don't love you because I'm not showing up, because I'm not jeopardizing what I've got going on in my life, or I'm not sacrificing my own position and what needs to get done for me to be there for your birthday on the day and in the way you want me to be? Now you're going to get pissed at me? You know what? Rain check me even coming out with you later then. Because I don't think you realize how much you just hurt my feelings. You know what I mean? When you start prioritizing yourself and learning how to say no and doing as you're guided, because you know, if you went, maybe you would have spent too much money. Maybe if you went, maybe if you drink, right, you would have overdrank. Maybe you would have lost your phone. Maybe you would have broke it. Who knows? Maybe you would have got sick. Maybe you would have overspent way more than you wanted to spend buying drinks for whoever. Maybe you run into somebody you really didn't want to fucking see, because you went against your better intuition, your better knowing. Trust, if something's not working out a certain reason and you're not feeling it for whatever reason, there's a reason why Spirit is giving you that refrain feeling. Hold it back. Please don't say us. Refrain. Right? There's always a reason why. Hell, your friend might call you up the next day. Yo, I'm so sorry. It's probably a good thing you didn't come because we ran into so-and-so and they were such an asshole. You're probably glad you weren't there. Spirit will expose why at some point, why it guided you the way it did. So you could be like, thank you, Spirit. Thank you for guiding me. Appreciate yourself for saying no. Right? I feel like you're getting used to saying no. People are supposed to go through whatever the fuck they're meant to go through. You're nobody's lifeline. You, secret codename Sage, are nobody else's lifeline, and they can't hold on to you and drag you in because they need fucking saving. They got their own asses in the position they did in the first place. That's on them. That's on them. Sometimes you wake up and realize who the fuck people are when you start standing up for yourself and holding your own. You know? You're going through a major transformation. Meditate, reflect on, undergo the metamorphosis. People cannot push over on you no more. No more. The divine light's ripping through your shadows. Literally ripping through your shadows and helping you see what you couldn't see before. Like a match in a dark room. You're seeing what you weren't seeing before. You start to be in your best light and follow your inner guidance, and people will start to show you who they really are real quick. True facts. People will show you who they are real quick. All right. Get a quick shuffle on all these decks, and then we're going to do secret code name Visant, which is the European bison. What I really saw is like a Nordic buffalo. It's exactly the way I saw it. But Nordic buffalo it was really long. So I was like, Visant. That's what it is when I look it up. All right, then. All right, then. Plus, it has Y's in the word, so I kind of love it. And if you look up buffalo medicine or even white buffalo medicine as a spirit animal, it's really powerful medicine. Really powerful medicine. So I highly recommend Googling your animal spirits. Alrighty. Spirit, please. We've got 1, 16, 33 as the timestamp. Alrighty. Alright, Spirit. Secret code name Visant, and those who would resonate to it in divine time whenever it is meant to catch them. What oracle card, please? Threshold. I love this. When I was flipping through the cards before I went live, right? So I was a few minutes later than I had anticipated. I stopped for this card because this card just took me back. It's 2 lions in the clouds, just kind of inching closer to each other and not in a threatening way. They're both very kind of low and one paw out for the other, right? And they're even standing on their hind legs. It's almost like they're doing a dance. Like you could see the ground and you could see the mountains and their little feet down here. And then all these stars up in the sky. Like these lions are huge energy. Could be a big indicator for Leo season. Okay. To be fair. The threshold. Give me some insight, please. For our European and Nordic bison, the Visant. What insight, please? The ancestor is the Hierophant. The 9 of stones, which is tradition in reverse. The 5 of vessels. And the great bear. The Knight of Stones or horse is on the bottom. What else? Clarities, please. Got a lot of deer synchronicities as well. I got two figures out here wearing antlers. Ace of Cups reverse is clarifying the Hierophant. Nine of Stones reversed is clarified by the King of Cups. Page of Wands is clarifying the Five of Vessels. Give me one more. Or two more. We got the Chariot and the Four of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups. Interesting. I feel like she's standing on the side of a ship. I feel like she's on a ship. All right. And dragon guidance, please. Lilac Fire Dragon transmutes through the power of divine love. It says, open up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Purity of heart brings peace, hope, and joy. That's some Violet Flame shit. Got some Lilac Fire Dragon. Really, if y'all are not familiar with the Violet Flame, it is a purging divine flame. Like if you were to just visualize and picture yourself just engulfed and surrounded by this violet fire, and it's the divine just burning the impurities off you, burning off the impure energy, burning the cords, the toxic cords, letting yourself be engulfed in that flame. It's a really healing visualization. That's exactly what this reminded me of. And lilacs, if you are not familiar with lilac, they only bloom for 2 weeks out of the year. And the smell is intoxicating. Lilac is one of my favorite flowers. Literally blooms for just 2 weeks and then it's done. It blooms first thing. Well, it's one of the first flowers to bloom in the spring, right after like dogwoods and magnolias and things like that. When the early spring blooms start, lilac comes right after. Being at the threshold. Now, usually the Knight of Stones, which is the Knight of Pentacles, is very slow moving, but you can see there's nothing slow moving about this horse at all. Matter of fact, the horse is bucking it. Okay. It is bucking it. It is racing. You see all the dust kicked up. It is bucking it. It is racing through the path. Shit, it might be making its own path. It might be making its own path. Okay. And with the Queen of Cups, wow, and the ship, I was talking about it on a ship, right? I was like, oh, she looks like she's on a ship. Look at the card underneath of it. The fucking Three of Wands. It's a fucking ship. That's a ship. On the ship. And it's like someone waiting for you on the shore. Now, the Queen of Cups I've talked about as someone who puts people on a pedestal, right? And is worthy of being on the pedestal themselves, which... You know, if you've decided to carve your own path, went gung-ho in love of the self, putting yourself on a pedestal, you might not realize how close you are to actually reaching shore with your destiny or manifestation, and someone is waiting for you on the shore. Someone who would put you on that pedestal, right? Wow. It's like just when you thought love was just a dream. You know your worth. You know your value. You've put yourself on a pedestal. You moved forward. And just when you thought that the love you give yourself was the best love you'll ever have, you land. And there's someone waiting for you to see your value. They're waiting for you to come in. It's like they're waiting for the ship to dock. It's like they already know Incense you're coming. They already know or sense you're coming. You've been through a lot of letdown in love. The Hierophant with the Ace of Cups. Hierophant's Chiron energy. Okay. Hierophant and Chiron, they're major spiritual lessons. We have our Chiron return around age 50. And the whole climactic experience of our Chiron return can last the whole sign before, which is like 4 to 6 years prior, and 4 to 6 years after, right? The whole experience of this lesson. So it's going to be especially significant if you are between the ages of 44 and 56, okay? Catching this message in divine time. That or you might have to remember this message when you start to hit them ages. We'll see how good your memory is if you're a young and drawn to the secret code name. But yeah, this is knowing that you've lost in love a lot, right? The cup has overflowed and wasn't refilled, and you've learned some hard lessons about valuing yourself and the love that you give, and that you don't just pour to people who truly aren't worthy of it. They haven't earned it. They haven't put you on the same pedestal, right? Like attracts like, and they were repellent, right? They were repellent of your high energy. And so you've broken this traditional cycle, right? And this King of Cups is also on the ship, right? We get the King of Cups. They might have landed on the shore just before you, but they've been through just as much. They've been through just as much. They understand. The Nine of Stones is typically a sovereignty card. It's also a notoriously I'm single card. And this is knowing that single is not necessarily what you want to be. When you're real with yourself, you're masculine and you're feminine, your own inner alignment is there. Like you're at this threshold. We're talking about the threshold and being so close to the shore. Like you done put yourself on a fucking journey and are at the threshold now. You're crossing into the realm of a new book. It's not a new chapter. You've crossed the threshold into a new book. There was you prior that you don't even recognize anymore. That version of yourself seems like it was so far away, so long ago. You don't even recognize who you were anymore. Now, you're ready now. You're ready for the high love now. You weren't then. You were healing then. You were going through Chiron lessons then. The Five of Vessels with the Page of Wands, you've completely reinvented yourself. Both of these figures, this one's dancing around wood and making a fire, and this one's dancing in the middle of a star. Happy as can be on your own, just rising from the ashes, right? The Page of Wands, to me, is a Phoenix rising energy. The reinvention of the self with the Page of Wands and soul desire, it's coming out of a state of grief, out of a phase of loss or lack mindset, loss mindset, and just saying, I'm going to burn that down. That old sad self, that old feeling unworthy self, I'm just going to burn it down. I'm not that person anymore, right? You've made this judgment call to move forward. To move forward from people and energies that just miss the opportunity to see your worth. The divine is major protecting you. Major protecting you. And you're making this call You're making this call to move forward. And if people get left behind because they didn't fill up the cup, that's all right. That's all right. They didn't take the overflowing cup that you were given. That's fine. Spirit will overflow another way to get them to wake up to their own value and what they can choose in their highest good. Because obviously they ain't doing it. You're in that energy and vibed out of their reality for a reason, because they ain't aligned. They're not aligned with that energy. You're being called forward. The universe will figure them out. You're purging off all toxic cords. You're purging off all toxic cords. You carved your own path. You set sail. Like, you made it. Like, people are always like, hurry up before the ship sails, before the ship sails, before the ship sails. You're going to miss the opportunity. The ship is going to sail without you. Like, no, you caught the ship. Just in case you needed that confirmation. You caught the ship. Whatever choice you made, whether it was small or minuscule, or you looked right over it like it wasn't that hard of a choice. It was a simple choice. Maybe it was the hardest fucking choice ever. The fact of the matter is, you made a choice that got you on the ship in time. Sometimes the most insignificant of choices is the ones that we need to make in order to get us there. Whatever choice you made, you got there. You didn't miss it. The opportunity, the high alignment, you caught it. You didn't fuck up. You made the right choice. And you've been making the high aligned choice ever since, because once you're on the ship, there is no getting off. You're on the ship. You want to jump ship and drown and go all the way back. Well, you can. But usually once you make the choice to get on the ship, you're not jumping ship. Not spirit ship. You know the divine is taking you to better places, and it most definitely is. You've got something wonderful waiting for you. It's literally manifesting. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to give it another thought. You can't miss it, because literally as soon as your ship lands, it's there. It's literally manifest just for you. They get it. They know what you've been through. They're going to have you on a pedestal, and vice versa. You're going to do the same thing. Like, finally, someone worthy. I got fireworks popping off in the background. Tester fireworks. Like, if that's not divine confirmation, it's going to be like fucking fireworks. Reason to celebrate. Independence, right? From ancestral karma. These quote unquote traditions that only caused bullshit. Revealing the CEO of your life. You already made the call. They say no risk, no reward. Well, you took a leap of faith. You took the risk on something. Said, all right, I'm going to let this go. I'm going to get on the ship and see where it takes me. You already made the call. You already made the call. Now it's just a matter of meeting the divine face to face and having the courage to receive whatever it is that spirit is literally dropping at your feet. Literally dropping it at your feet. Welcome it in. Because if it's a divine gift waiting for you, after all you've been through, yeah. Thanks, Spirit. Thanks, Spirit. Love you and appreciate you. Gratus Aeternum. Forever, now, and always. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for loving me. Thank you, Spirit. Because that's it right there. That is it right there. I don't know why. I feel like I got to pull more charms. Maybe I just want to have fun. Maybe somebody else needs a charm. I'll put both charm timestamps in the comments after. Let's pull out our pineapple charming one more time. Encore. Encore. So, Spirit, please. What other charms? would you have for those who have stuck around until the end, or caught the end, or were guided to the timestamp? Whatever. You made it here. Let's see. All right. We've got a globe. Okay. I've got an astronaut. Could be Aquarian energy. All my little astronauts, as far as I'm concerned, are Aquarius. We've got measuring tools like a protractor. Okay. We've got music notes. That reminds me of a tambourine shape. Okay. Maybe that song, Shake Your Tambourine. I've also got the tree. I've got secrets or doing things, moving in silence. I've also got the World card, fixed sign energy, archangel energy. I've got the butterfly. I've got a shell, a black and white shell at that. Okay. Ooh, green eyes. And it just reminded me of that Coldplay song. I've got the bat. So bat synchronicities might be your favorite animal. You might have just recently had a bat issue. I know I've had them in my house on occasion. It's been a lot of years, but it don't mean they didn't show up. I've also got a spider, the weaver of the web. I've got a dog. Looks like it could be a bulldog. I've got a cross. I've got Scorpio twice, Aquarius, and Taurus. So when I talk about fixed sign energy, I got fixed sign energy. Double Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius here. Okay. I also got Capricorn again. And I got the letter R. Okay. And those are the charms. Pineapple Charming has spoken. Just in case you needed a slap in the face, this is your message. All right. So I will see you guys next time. I appreciate you all for dropping likes and tuning in and leaving comments. I love you always, and I hope you enjoy your full moon as much as I have. Bye, everybody.